One of the questions I get asked a lot from my patient is that I'm brushing my teeth every day, how come I'm still getting cavities? Well, sometimes it's due to improper brushing techniques, but a lot of times it's due to bad habits that you do on a daily basis. I'm gonna be going over 5 of the most overlooked bad habits that increase the risk of cavities and how to simply modify them to make it better for your teeth. But before I go over them, let's see if you can spot them first in the following video. One of the worst things you can do is to sip on a sugary or acidic drink for hours. We all know sugar is bad for your teeth, but what you may not know is that the length of time it stays in your mouth is actually much more important than the total amount of sugar you consume. Our mouth is a jungle full of bacteria, and whenever sugar enters the mouth, the bacteria will start to ferment the sugar and produce acid. When the acidity in the mouth reaches below pH 5.5, the enamel will start to dissolve and cavities start to develop. The stiffened curve shows how each time you consume sugar, the pH will transiently drop below 5.5 into the danger zone, but is restored by the saliva shortly after you stop eating. However, when you sip on a drink for a long time, you are constantly leaving sugar in your mouth and increasing the amount of time your teeth spend in the danger zone, leading to an increased risk of getting cavities. And yes, it's not just juice. Basically, any drink that contains sugar will drop the pH of your mouth into the danger zone. Sparkling water is better in that it has no sugar, but because it's carbonated, it is still acidic. I wouldn't go crazy with them either. An easy fix of this habit is to finish your drink in one go rather than sipping on it for hours, or better yet, drink water instead. Okay, so in the next clip, it contains the remaining 4 bad habits. Let's see if you can spot them. As mentioned before, anything sugary or acidic will increase the risk of cavities, so cut down on your snack time and make sure you brush afterwards. When fluoride is introduced into the mouth, it is absorbed by your teeth, changing its chemical structure and making it more resistant to acid corrosion. Hydroxyapatite, the main component of the enamel, has a critical pH of 5.5, meaning whenever the pH of the mouth drops below that, cavity starts to form. When fluoride is incorporated into the chemical structure by substituting the hydroxyl group, the critical pH now becomes 4.5. In other words, when fluoride ion gets incorporated into enamel, it makes the tooth much more resistant to acid and less prone to cavities. Okay, so this is actually a very common one that I see. A lot of times we feel like we've been brushing for a while, but in actuality it's only been like 30 seconds. Try to set up the timer on your cell phone to see how long you're actually brushing for. The recommended time is 2 times a day for 1 to 2 minutes each. So the 5th bad habit is not flossing. The surfaces between the 2 teeth is called the interproximal surface, and we cannot reliably clean these surfaces well with just a toothbrush, and that's why flossing is important. Try to floss every day or at least every other day, and you'll be surprised how much dirty stuff comes out with the floss each time. Okay, last but not least, simply go to your dental office for regular cleaning and routine exams. Don't put it off until you have a toothache. Most of early cavities don't produce much discomfort, and by the time your teeth start to hurt, it's usually pretty bad already. You don't want to wait until then to see a dentist, because then you might also need a root canal. Furthermore, your dentist will be able to spot any early signs of cavities and may be able to help you reverse them. What I explain in this video is a general guideline. Everyone is different and your dentist knows your mouth the best, so if you have any doubts, listen to your dentist. Thanks for watching. Peace.